We're Craig and Kirsty, a British couple who got married on a beach in 2018. And instead of a honeymoon, we decided to travel the world together. And so we created Tied Knot Travellers. We left our home and jobs behind us and boarded a one-way flight. But the global pandemic caused us to rethink our travel plans. So we spent 6 months exploring Estonia. Now we're finally continuing our travels, taking a new route and exploring some of the Greek islands. Between us, we have visited 52 countries, and we'd love you to join us as we continue our travels and explore the world.
Good morning from Athens. After a few hours sleep, we're feeling a little bit tired. We've got about 15 minutes until we have to be out of this Airbnb after arriving in Athens. We got off the ferry at about 11:30. Just to quickly recap what happened yesterday, when we got to the ferry port in Santorini, we were denied entry onto the ferry by the man taking the tickets. He said, go and see the port police. We got off, spoke to the port police, and he basically made it sound like we weren't going to be able to board the ferry, and we certainly weren't going to be able to stay in Naxos. The staff captain of the ship then intervened and basically said, you can come on the ship, but you have to go straight to Athens. That it's non-negotiable, you can't stop off or get off at any other islands. So we did that. Fortunately, on the ferry, it had Wi-Fi, so we were able to get in contact with our host in Naxos, and he very kindly allowed us to cancel that given the circumstances. And it was lucky because we were going to arrive in Athens with nowhere to stay, but we used the Wi-Fi, booked a place for one night. Unfortunately, this place only had tonight free, so we have to get out today. We got straight on our laptops. We were up until 2 a.m. trying to find somewhere to stay. We booked somewhere. We then went to sleep, and my phone flashed up at 3 a.m. It was the host basically saying that the apartment was unavailable, even though it was listed on Airbnb. So we woke up at 3 a.m, got our laptops and started looking for apartments again. And luckily we managed to find somewhere. We got the confirmation from that place. And I woke up this morning to a message from that host, and it was all in Greek, and I was holding my breath until I got to the app where you can translate it. Unfortunately, she said to us, it's fine, it's available, you can go in straight away, because we have to leave here early. So we were slightly concerned that we would be stuck out on the street with all of our stuff for hours until we can check into our next place.
Yeah, we have to be out here by 11, and we're not supposed to be the check-in until 3 p.m. So we're like, what are we going to do for 4 hours? And it's a lockdown, you're not allowed to be out on the street without a reason. We would just be stood there with all our bags. So yeah,
like sitting ducks.
Yeah. So thankfully, yeah, she said, no, it's fine, you can come straight away. Yeah. So we're just gonna Uber straight over to our new apartment.
We need a coffee, haven't had any breakfast or anything yet, so gonna quickly do that and then head off.
Don't know how great this coffee's gonna be, but it's coffee and it was here waiting for us, so great.
Dare I?
It's alright. I've had worse things. It looks worse than it tastes, because in Santorini you have to drink the bottled water and buy it, and it's not that expensive, it adds up, and it's just so much plastic, so it's just the convenience of being able to switch the tap on and make yourself a coffee. So nice.
Because in Santorini they desalinate the salt water. It kind of comes out tasting
like soap.
Like soap. It's mainly desalinated, but you can still taste the salt. It's a bit soapy. Anyway, we need to head off. Let's go. Right, goodbye, little overnight apartment. Time to leave. Ferry stuff. And here we are. Apparently we've got to be careful, there's a lot of pickpocketing.
That's what happens when you book a place at 3 in the morning.
It looks like a nice apartment, and actually the street looks good.
His words were, keep your wallet safe and everything when you're walking around, because there's professionals here. Brilliant.
Let's get inside.
Is there an elevator?
There is an elevator. There's a wife.
Nice to see you later.
Here we are. We're in.
We had such a nice apartment booked originally in another area, and then because of what happened it got cancelled. We had to book this last minute, and it's nice enough inside, but it's a really old building, and I think the taxi driver was right because there's a lot of funny smells throughout. So I think 4 days is going to be enough here for us. But it does look nice and it looks clean from what I've seen so far, so hopefully it's okay.
Quick tour of the apartment, and this is, I guess, the little living area, a TV up there. And look, there's some hooks, something that's really a rarity in a lot of accommodation. Then we have the bathroom, which looks really nicely done. Nice rainfall shower there, nice sink. And go through to the kitchen, and it's a reasonable amount of space. Got everything we need, fridge, cooker, sink. And there's a little table there as well. And if we go through to the bedroom, which is kind of the main room, nice big double bed and a big TV on the wall, and there's some storage in there.
That's our view.
And then the balcony.
Not sure we'll be out there too often.
So let's go outside. Little balcony with table and chairs. So there we are. We are going to have some food, do some work, probably just lay on the bed and do some work.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is home for the next 4 nights. I think we just need to have a few days here and then finally come to that point where we need to head home.
Let's go venture out into Athens, find some food, get us through these 4 days, and then we're going to figure out our flights.
Whenever you come to a supermarket in Greece, they give you these, but it seems crazy to me because you're supposed to not be touching things, and they give you these which are passed around to loads of people.
That wasn't too bad. Got what we needed, and it came to about 30 euros, 4 days worth of food. I don't know if that sounds like a lot, but we bought basic food as well.
Haven't eaten since about 7 p.m. last night, so feeling extremely hungry. It's good to see there's a few patisseries open as well.
And there's like tons of people around, as you can see. Someone just scooted past. There are people everywhere, so
But for now, I just want to get back and have some food. Feel pretty depleted.
Yeah, it's gone lunchtime now, so.
We've had basically 2 full days of just sitting around in the apartment doing work and trying to arrange our lives and what we're going to do in the future. A couple of days ago we went out to the supermarket to get some food, but today we need to go out and get some more milk and a couple of other things. It's very exciting. We're allowed out for an hour's exercise. We're going to go out, go for a little wander and get some fresh air because just feeling dizzy from being stuck in for a couple of days, and see how far we can go, see if we can see any sights from afar in Athens. Doing it cautiously, but let's head out and see what we can do.
It'd be nice because we've been in Athens, we've come through Athens several times now, and we've now been in Athens for 3 nights and we still haven't actually seen any of it.
So we got our masks and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Let's head out. It's just after 4 o'clock here in Athens. It's a nice sunny day. It's pretty quiet in the area that we're staying in. We're staying just off of a street called Curfew. It's about half an hour's walk north of the Acropolis, but we're just coming out on some of the busier streets. Be interesting to see what's going on.
I'm just excited to be outside and seeing a teeny bit of Athens.
So everyone seems to have masks on. There's a few people that you see like this, and actually I've just seen a person with no mask on whatsoever. Interesting to see. That place looks awesome. On first impressions, everything seems to be relatively normal. There's places that are open and you can't go and sit inside. It's just the case that you can't stay in. You buy something and then you leave. Walking down these streets, we've seen a lot of amazing graffiti and artwork so far. As you'd expect, Athens is a pretty busy city.
But I'm excited to hopefully see the Acropolis soon.
Yes, if we can make it there.
Yeah.
For a city that's supposed to be in total lockdown, you're only supposed to be allowed out for an hour. Seems pretty busy to me.
How cute was that dog hopping over the drains? His little wheels. So cute.
This seems like a nice pedestrianised street.
Any street with umbrellas hanging across the top are always nice.
I say pedestrianised.
Massive
Semi-pedestrianised. Cute cats and some dogs around as well. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
We've just by pure coincidence come across this artwork which I saw on Instagram the other day.
Some impressive artwork.
There seems to be a lot of political messages along here. There's stickers for Stop Aggression Against Armenia by Azerbaijan, and also some stickers about the Turkish president as well, which is a very hot topic. Yeah,
I think it's a very political street. Yeah, there's definitely some strong messages being put out on this street.
And also it's just off of
Protogenes.
It's just north of the Acropolis. Check it out if you come to Athens, if you're allowed to anytime soon. And we've literally just come around the corner from that graffiti, that artwork on the side of the building, and got our first glimpse of the Acropolis.
Yay, we've seen it at last.
Finally. There it is. Athens flea market up that way.
Very quiet, but it's nice to see it still.
And it looks like this is one of the main train stations, Monastriakou. Amazing to actually see some of ancient Greece.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And some of the architecture.
Kind of feels just like Pompeii when you walk around the ruins of Pompeii. Like the way that there's all the intricate entrances and stuff. Different buildings, I guess. Ancient ruins, similar in Greece to Italy. So just walked on from the ruins behind us, and you've got Roman Agora just here. It's really cool how when you walk around this area there's just all these old ruins everywhere, and they're just scattered around. You just look left, right and centre and there's these cool things. Like look at it, look at Roman Agora. Like sectioned off with fencing, and just in amongst the public streets you can just stroll around and see it all. COVID can't take that away from us. See, it's basically just Pompeii but with cats.
So we're just walking up the hill. We've got Roman Agora just behind us, and we're walking up the hill towards the Acropolis. It's very quiet around this area. It's quite nice because there's no traffic on the streets.
Yeah.
Very few pedestrians around as well.
It's very pretty here.
Obviously it goes without saying everything's shut.
This time of year sunsets at like 5 o'clock, but we wanted to come out at this hour to see it all.
Now we've got a bit more height. There's some beautiful views over here. You can see some ruins in the background.
And the autumnal colours. I like that there's no one around here. So nice. I feel kind of very lucky to get to see it like this. As everyone keeps saying, one of the benefits to this crazy pandemic is that massive tourist sites like this are completely empty. Got to take your highs where you can get them here this year.
So we've just taken those last few steps, half the way up the hill to the Acropolis. We're now basically at the base of the Acropolis. Just to the left of us and to the right of us. I mean, wow, it's just a lovely high vantage point
over the city
to see out across Athens. We've just come to the top of this viewpoint, and as you can see, we've got such a fantastic view of the Acropolis behind us.
And then you've got ancient Agora off to the right over there.
And over this side, you can just see that you've got a fantastic view across Athens from this position. And there's quite a few people up here.
We're going to go catch the city views before the sun completely disappears.
Yeah. But this is what we came to Athens for. This is what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
And you can see that there is a bit of normality here.
Just walked over to the other side. What do you think?
Wow, that's pretty special
We'll turn around.
to see this for the first time.
It's so cool up
Awesome
here.
views. Yeah, so that was amazing to see the Acropolis. We're just walking back along the streets which basically surround the Acropolis area, and we're going to make our way back to our apartment. We need to stop off and get some
streets.
we need to stop off and get some food en route and head home, because there is a 9 p.m. curfew here in Greece as well. So
Yeah, we've got plenty of time. It's only like, I don't
it's
know,
about
what
6
time is
o'clock
it?
or something.
Yeah, not even 6 o'clock yet.
Walked back via Platia Ammonia Square, which has huge fountains in the middle of the roundabout.
So
We've
pretty.
just stopped at this beautiful bakery. There's so much nice stuff in here.
Grab some cookies.
€1 per cookie. We got one each.
Yeah.
We're going to try and find somewhere to get some dinner.
Yeah, we should probably have dinner before the cookies, but I really want to eat the cookies now.
It's a really pretty square,
Feels very festive here as well.
as you can see, with the fountains behind us, and as Kirsty said, really festive feel with all the Christmas lights everywhere.
So after we found the cookies over in Attica Square, we've now just come around to a restaurant called Pierre's Restaurant, and Craig's going to get himself some chicken for dinner. I'm just going to wait because there's not anything vegetarian that I can have for dinner. So but it looks really nice here, and it's good to see something open.
So we've just arrived back to the apartment. We're really looking forward to this chicken souvlaki. Let's see what we've got. Whoa, that looks good. They also give you this extra bit of bread. Oh, I got a Fanta lemon as well. The best kind of Fanta. So after being out and about yesterday and going to see the Acropolis, we've just gone for another quick wander today, out for our hour's fresh air, and we're just heading back towards the Acropolis area to see a few of the main sites. Weather hasn't been so good today. We woke up this morning to thunderstorm. It's quite wet. It's Friday today, so you wouldn't expect it to be this quiet, but it does seem to be. I think with the bad weather, people are choosing to stay in. So a few things open, pretty much the same as yesterday, just a bit wetter. Let's go and see what we can see. When you walk around near the Acropolis, you see these fenced off areas which looks like they're excavating for more archaeology, and there's a lot of it, a lot going on. You can see this is just an area where there's shops, or shops that would normally be open, and you can see these vast fenced off areas. And just looking down here, I'll pan the camera in a minute, you can just see a lot of excavation work going on, so it's clearly still a lot of new discoveries happening even now. Looks like it's ruins of what was an old neighbourhood of houses and shops dating back to the 10th to the 12th centuries. The area's been under excavation since 1931. Athens is like walking around an outdoor museum, much like Rome, really.
I feel like, is there anything in Athens that isn't covered in graffiti? Even the trains have got graffiti all along them. Even on the ruins over there, the wall right next to it, absolutely caked in graffiti right from the top to the bottom, and you just think, wow, there's obviously a lot of graffiti artists here in Athens because every inch seems to be covered.
We were hoping to make our way to go and see the monument of eponymous heroes, which is a big columned structure. Unfortunately, we've got this far and Google Maps says we need to go through the gates to be able to see it. I think we can see it just over there, just over my head now. Everything's shut now, so we can't get in to see it. We might just have to go round here a little bit. So you can see the gate entrance here, and on top of the hill there you can see the Acropolis. There's lots of cats around as well.
Obviously.
Famous cats of the Acropolis, or should I say panthers of the Acropolis. Are they going to be friends? Yeah, they're friends.
They're probably family.
Hi kitty. Hello. What's this? What's this?
Scrapping to the deck.
Just behind me through the trees there, you can see that is the Temple of Hephaestus, and that's what we came out to try and see today. There's a few other sites, so we're going to keep going round, but the railway line is just here, so it acts as kind of a natural barrier, and then that is the archaeological area where all the sites are. But yeah, it looks pretty glorious. Amazing, there is someone going around cleaning up all the trash. Good job.
That
Yes,
makes me
Greece.
happy.
I wanted to high five that guy.
On a grey, rainy day, that's definitely good to see.
It was great to see. Even now on a drizzly day, he's out there clearing up after people. And just a little bit further along, we've got a statue here, which is the statue of Theseus. What a location he's positioned in, right at the base of the Acropolis as well. Most of the main archaeological sites here in Athens are in such close proximity to each other. You can walk around and wander amongst them. I mean, you can see the Acropolis is just over there. And if we turn around to here, on top of the hill behind us, you've got the Sanctuary of Zeus. Looks pretty impressive the way it's perched right at the top of this rock. It might be quite dull and drizzly weather-wise today, but yeah, the autumn colours here are really beautiful. What's also really nice to see is this guy just turned up on his motorbike, and he was making a sound to attract the cats, and he's come to feed them all. So that's really nice and heartwarming to see. So we have had our daily exercise allowance for today. Also, it's starting to get dark. It's stayed dry for the most part. I'm heading into the evening now, so we're going to head back and get dinner. We do apologise that our video isn't to kind of its usual standard. Obviously, we'd love to be getting all this glorious footage, but we're just massively restricted at the moment, so we've just done what we can.
Yeah, we're only in Athens for a few days because we're just crossing through. We had to wait for our flight, so we kind of just, you know, staying indoors because of the pandemic, but you're allowed out for 1 hour a day, so we just thought we'd explore a little bit while we're here safely. And obviously the weather's not been the best today, but it's our last day, so we kind of wanted to come out and see what we could see. And tomorrow we've got a flight to catch, so we'll be out of here.
It's been a shame not to see Athens in all of its glory, but
yeah,
it's better to see it than to have not seen it at all. Exactly. And we've been through here so many times,
yeah,
and
we
not
feel we
seen
should
anything of
yeah.
Athens. So
nice
it's
to actually walk around
great
it
to
and
see
it.
And we will come back one day. For now, we're gonna make our way back to our apartment and get some dinner.
So it's marbly floor
Marble floors
and rain.
You slipped there.
I was like holding on to you, but it still slipped.
It's a dangerous combination.
Yeah.
Right, time
Not
to head
easy.
back.
Join us next time as we leave Greece after almost 3 months of living there and take a flight back to our home country. If you can't wait that long, head over to our Instagram at Tide Not Travellers for daily updates on what we're currently up to and what's coming up in our future videos.
8 euros is plus plus luggage is
Yes.
8 euro. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Pay card.
Pay
Pay yes.
Oh, isn't it on Uber?
through Uber.
Uber. Okay.
Through Uber.
Okay.
Doubling the risk, surely, for us to catch it or for us to spread it either way. Like, it's madness. This year is madness.
And as soon as you start talking into the camera, traffic comes from everywhere.
Because we're in a city.
Make sure we don't get run over.
So just walked over from the ruins behind us, and you've got Agora. Who's her name? I can't read that. Oh, okay.
So after saying round the corner that there were no signs with information, explaining the someone just looked at me and I just completely lost my trail of thought. So after saying round the corner that there were no signs with information explaining the excavations. So after saying round the corner that there were no signs explaining information.
Hang on, wait for the spike to go past.
And whenever you talk on the camera, a scooter always comes along.
Wait, 2 seconds. To be fair, he's the police as well.
I know, I just looked at him and then thought, whoops.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah.